Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is algebra, but from, like I said, from a different sort of approach. And we're going to use a hedge trimming example, or just setting up a little business, talking about substituting and various things. So it is basically algebra today. So if you're really good at algebra, you may find this rather straightforward, so you can just relax and then take it easy. But before you do, I'd like you to think about those things. I want you to write down, I'm not going to write anything on my piece of paper, so that's your piece of paper to write on. So I want you to write down, what is algebra? Okay, guy in the red shirt there, tell me what's algebra.
Algebra is a combination of numbers and letters in one equation.
That sounds pretty good. You use numbers and letters. Okay. And you talked about an equation too. Okay, person next term, what do you use the letters for in algebra?
As placeholders.
Placeholders. Okay, can you explain that a bit more? That's okay. Somebody else. Can somebody explain us a little bit better than that? It's a good start. Sorry? Variables. Yep, the letters are variables. Okay. Not always. Sometimes they can be constants as well. A variable is something that can change. A constant is something that stays the same. Okay, here we've got the girl in pink on the aisle there. Can you tell me, how do you feel about algebra? Pardon? Pink, did you say? It's fine. Okay, it's fine. Hands up those who would agree with her that algebra is fine. I think so. Okay, can we have another opinion over here? Person in the green shirt, what do you think about algebra? I hate it. Okay, so why do you hate it? Because maths isn't your strong point. Hands up anybody else who might feel a little bit like that. You don't have to hate it. Okay, well this is why you're in this course, because this course is for people who hate algebra or who've had bad experiences with algebra, and we're trying to make it so it's not quite so horrible for you. Now what happened last year is that students found it difficult, but they got through. And this is the point, is that we want to develop your self-efficacy with regards to algebra. So if you think it's hard, just forget what's happened in the past and think, I will be able to do this, I just need to put the work in, get help, go to tutorials, work on the exercises, and I will make it. And it may well be a life-changing experience. It was for several students last year. One girl was in my office at the end of the course, and we were talking about it, and she said she never thought she would, this is a different one from the one I've told you about before, who never thought she could do a maths type subject, but once she passed the second module she realised she could do it, and then she was able to carry on. And that's what happens, is that as you are successful, that will increase your feelings of self-efficacy. You will increase your feelings of being able to do this, and that will help you. Because one of the biggest keys to doing maths is believing that you can do it. One of the biggest keys between people who are successful in learning maths and those who aren't is what happens when they get something wrong. Now, say I do an algebra thing and it doesn't turn out, and I get it wrong, I just go, oops, made a mistake, and I go back and do it again. But someone who's not very good at maths says, oh, I can't do this, I got it wrong, I'm never going to be able to do it, I'm going to give up and go home now. So it's interesting, it sounds like Weight Watchers actually, people who have trouble losing weight and so on, so yeah. Same ideas, is that you don't give up if you make a mistake, you just keep going. Okay, can anybody tell me, when is algebra useful? I'll let you volunteer this time maybe. Can anyone think of any time when algebra might be useful? Finding a missing number, yes. That's a good one. Why would you have a missing number in the real world? Yeah, when... So in a way, sometimes it's for working backwards, and we're going to be doing some of that today. And sometimes it's for creating formulas, which makes things easier. And I'm going to show you today some of the ways that algebra is quite helpful. And one of the things to think about is that algebra is actually just a language. All we're doing is the same sort of thing that we could do in English, but in order to make it easier, we use letters to represent things because it makes it easier to do things.